Some devils. J-Dog back to answer some more goddamn questions. See how many questions we get. Because I got 2 goddamn submitted paid fucking reviews. God damn it. So they're not really questions, they're goddamn reviews. See how long those take, then we'll get some goddamn questions. The first one is from Jesse James Jardine. Jardine. That's how you fucking pronounce it. He comments on the channel all the time. He has some of the goddamn bodybuilding questions, so I'm sure he pisses a lot of you guys off. So go over there and fucking light his goddamn comments up in this comment section because you guys all get fucking pissed by those questions. Anyways, this is about his band, so it has nothing to do with that. So maybe you like this a little bit more. Anyways, he first says, "Hey J Dogs, so I thought I'd get you to listen to the last Simulation album. I've actually heard it, and let me know what you think. Yeah, I didn't really need to go over and check it out. I did give it a brush up again, just so that way I gotta give it a kind of a thorough answer. But I have heard it when Craig put it out. It might not be right up your alley, but who knows? We'll get to that in a second. Could get some eyes on our shit before we release our 3rd album the next year. Doing the Simulation doing an album next year, goddamn, bras. Next year, we released this through your brother Craig and Reaper Metal before his channel dropped off the face of the earth. Haha. Yeah, I don't. I think he posts a video. Well, you guys tell me. I don't know. I've never actually gone over there and watched it, so I'm not sure. And then label-wise, I don't even know if he's still doing this shit. I'm assuming not. I get the vibe he's not into this at all anymore, based on blocking the shit. But who knows? Releasing this album during the beginning of the pandemic was dumb. I mean, if you're in a band like Cannibal Corpse and shit, kind of, because they want to tour for this. Tour for that type of shit. But if you're just kind of putting it out, I don't know how much touring you're doing. I know you've done shows, from what I understand. So I don't know if it was dumb. Plus, was it right down around when the shutdown? Well, it was kind of unpredictable. So I don't know if it was dumb, but shit happens. Worst things could happen. We did the same thing with the first Witches Hammers album too. Couldn't tour to promote it all and all that. Oh yeah, so yeah, if you're planning to go on the road, yeah, but same thing. Usually when the album comes out, there's a good 6 to 8 months before the touring for it, anyways, right? Usually, is that the case? So it's still your current album. You could technically tour for it now if you wanted to. If people don't know yet, they're just learning about it now. That's the way I would look at it. Anyways, curious what your thoughts are. I've always tried to write shit out of the box. I don't even know what I would classify it as. It has a lot of speed thrash elements, so more death thrash, I suppose. I try to mix Deicide, Deeds, Nile, Morbid Angel with like Razor, Slayer, Corner, Overkill. It's funny because none of those bands pop in my mind. I'll tell you who popped in my mind when I listen to it. Some songs are straight up death metal, some are borderline speed metal songs. Open Hostility is a tribute to Razor, for instance. Justified Mediocrity is calling out all the posers and bootlickers. Kind of cuts off there. I don't think he was talking about more, but that was, I think, he put in the notes, the PayPal goddamn thing. So that's all I goddamn got. And he didn't send me a separate email. So anyways, got the fucking gist of it, you guys. But yeah, Simulation. So to give you a little education, fucking who they are is Metal Archives, give you guys all the fucking data. So the album he wants reviewed, and it is the one I heard. I don't think I heard. I might have listened to the first album because when I went over and looked up this, they did an EP in 2015. So as far as I'm concerned, your band started in 2015. We started in 2009. Like fuck, you have. What the fuck were you doing for 6 years? Don't take us 6 years to put out goddamn tune skis, bro, especially not an EP. And I'm not saying he said that, by the way. Just saying bands do. So my fight did an EP. Says it's digital here on Metal Archives in 2015. So it's a simulation from Canada. I don't know if there's more than one simulation, but it's definitely goddamn possible. Then they put out their first album, Laws of Power, full length in 2017, and on the label Sale. I definitely recognize it, so I know Hell's Heaven. I can't remember if I listened to that one or not, but the one Craig put out, yeah, Tainting the Purity. I do. It's funny when you brought it up. I was like, yeah, I know I heard it, but when I looked it up on YouTube, I'm like, oh, that's why, because what I liked a lot about it, I think the cover art is fucking awesome. I definitely like that goddamn cover. So recommendation is, if I hope you did some album shirts, full color album T-shirts in the back, either probably for that band. Because I don't know if there's another piece of art in that album. If there is, I would use that in the back. But logo on the back, and maybe a tough guy phrase, or just logo on the back, and probably just cover art on the front with the logo in green there. Back logo in green, and probably Tainting the Purity, the album title. So they put that album, yeah, Tainting the Purity in 2020, and then he looks like he's got 3 singles after that. From Canada, and the guy that sent this is Jesse James Jardine, however you pronounce it. sure, maybe not either way. But he's also in Witch's Hammer, and he's the guy that does vocals and guitars, and I believe just guitars in Witch's Hammer. Now, Witch's Hammer, including myself, I was always kind of at first, like the first few years, I was a little like, what the fuck? What is this? Like, I remember when Damnation is My Salvation, we got that. I believe it was Nuclear Now they put it out. I'm like, wait, what is? I was like, what is this? It's like, I was like, it's another goddamn Witch's Hammer release. I was like, because all I knew was in the early 2000s, Yosuke put out the demos, and I thought they were a demo only band. That was pretty good, you know. It's kind of like from when I remember speed metal thrash. Didn't love it, didn't hate it, but it was cool. It was like at that time really obscure band from the 80s. I loved when that shit was out. Basically, as you guys know, and I've said a million times, any of the stuff from the late 80s, early 90s, I'd always check out. And yeah, they did like two or three demos. So I obviously checked it out and, you know, didn't love it, but I thought it was cool. And, you know, cool, obscure release come out. And then I saw the Damnation and Salvation. And then they did another one too. I was like, what the fuck is this? And they had other stuff. And then I was like, you know, did a little bit of research. And so I was like, oh, they're back. So it's kind of like, you know, if like somebody like Slaughterlord or something, like just put an album on it. What the fuck is this? You know, goddamn back. Like, better example, who actually did it was Witchcross. Although Witchcross had an album, but did one album. Fucking, what was that, 83, 84? And, you know, the demos and shit, of course. But I think maybe one EP after that. But regardless, 86 Max. They're around in the 80s and they're gone. And then, you know, they did that comeback album with Hells, actually, which I thought was okay. I mean, it was just cool to work with Witchcross. And since we did Fit for Fight, why the fuck not? Anyways, getting off goddamn topic. Yeah, so that's also the Witch's Hammer. What I thought of the Toonskis, yeah. So for me, kind of background, but cool. I thought the title track was the best song. That I thought that was the most standout song. Kind of had the most catchy parts. I thought it was cool that you covered King Diamond, "Welcome Home." Um, that's a great song. I love the album Them, and it seems like a lot of the guys that maybe I associate with, they never liked that one. You know what I mean? It seems like their cutoff was Abigail. But shit, some of the guys that they don't even like any King Diamond that I know. They like just fucking Merciful Fate, you know. But guys like a guy that guy could relate to a lot in that capacity. That's an older guy too, so it was cool to hear a guy even older than me that liked everything by Merciful Fate and everything by King Diamond was Ash from fucking, you know, Shed the Skin, Estuary, you know, Faith Extractor. You know, did a couple videos with him. Like he likes everything. Oh, it's about fucking time. Well, so I thought that was cool. My personal favorite. It's funny that you picked "Welcome Home" because my two favorite King Diamond songs, in case you happen to give a flying ass fuck, is "The Invisible Guest," which would be the song right after on them, and then "A Mansion in Darkness" on Abigail. So I thought that was cool. But yeah, the two bands that popped to my mind listening to it, it was like kind of like Blasphemy trying to play fucking like technical thrash metal, kind of like Megadeth. And it's funny because both bands I'm not huge on. Blasphemy, I always thought they were cool and they're original as fuck for the time. But just to me, it was just like, it's kind of one ear out the other. Didn't grab my black and soul by my fucking nuts. You know what I mean? It was just kind of background, but cool original stuff for what it was. And Megadeth, out of the big four, and thrash metal was like my least favorite. I only liked the first two Megadeths. After that, it was a little too guitar farty for me, you know what I mean? But I know people love that shit. So my recommendation is if you guys like Blasphemy, you like fucking technical thrash, check out Assimilation because that's probably up your goddamn fucking alley. Because it's more of a death metal band, especially vocally and stuff, but very technical like thrashy riffs. So that's the best way I can describe it. So you know, I think it's good shit. I mean, but is it something I'm going to spin regularly? Probably not. But that's just me, you know. So, but I definitely think it's a goddamn worth a check out, and it's definitely not something I would fucking shut the fuck off either. And the cover's badass. So that's kind of my goddamn review on it. So go and check them out, there fucking devils, because there's kind of a lot of you that would like it a lot. So next one, same thing, guy sent me. This is an overseas. Well, I mean Jesse's from fucking Canada, so both technically out of the country. I think this guy's from Poland. Anyways, let's get his fucking see what he has to say in here. And I did YouTube it, and this I This band I did not know prior, so I did listen to it on YouTube. Greetings, Justin. We are Sturm Tiger, so that's spelled Sturm, then Tiger. Tiger, all one word. In case you're gonna fucking YouTube that, or goddamn Metal Archives, or the Google search, or what the fuck you're gonna do. That's how you spell the goddamn band name. And it would be killer to have you do a review of our new album, Transcendent Warfare, which was released on Demented Omen of Masochism recently. You guys actually played our Atomic Hammer demo on the Hellcast many years ago and sold our previous releases. No idea if the label has contacted you for a trade with this one yet. That'd be a Chase question. Then I'm not sure. I don't do the stocking. We've sent that. We have sent that tithe of $10, so you enjoy whatever vices you choose, and we get our moment of fame and glory. Well, here it is, there, brah brah. Some reviewers have actually said that the album takes a couple listens to sink in, and notice some deeper layers under all the violence. I can understand that because I'll get to that in a second because I did listen to the 3.5 tracks. Here's a link when you download the album and various info about it. If you like using Bandcamp, I prefer to use YouTube, and that's what I used. You can redeem by going to Bandcamp, and they gave me the YouTube stream, the link. Thanks for having such a killer show, Peter. I'm assuming it's Peter, so I'm assuming that's Peter and Sturm Tiger. I think he's from Poland, but bring this up on the fucking archives again and see. I did previously look a little bit, but I already fucking forget, but I did listen to it. Denmark. So Peter from fucking Denmark. That's where Sturm Tiger is goddamn from. And they got a pretty decent, lengthy goddamn discography. So their first release was in 2007. So shit, going on 20 years there, brah brahs. A couple EPs first, then a couple demos, then another EP, then another demo. And then their first full length came out in 2014. It's called World at War, 1914 to 1918. Very, yeah, just war related. It looks like World War One, World War Two ish. Well, just the whole shtick. I mean, just like their logo, it just got two guns crossed. But Transcendent Warfare. So yeah, it came out this goddamn year, and that is the one I listened to. Band photo. Band photo fits the bill. Looks pretty cool. Got a I'm gonna say an original image, but definitely not a norm. Guy's got gas masks on. One guy's got a fucking with a ski mask on. Black clothes, camo fucking clothes, bullet belts. So not super original image, but definitely a metal looking image, and definitely not the total norm. So fits what they're kind of going by. Oh yeah, it's the themes, World War One and Two, and calls it death black metal, and yeah, that's pretty much what it was. It was death black metal, more kind of like the war metal stuff, which again I'm not a huge fan of personally. I will say this: so when I first started it, the first song, which kind of is like a song slash intro, I was like, oh man, this is fucking dog shit. I already know where this is going. I was like, this is just monotonous fucking background garbage. But as I got to track two, I was like, okay, well, this is much better. And then I listened to a couple others and a half, and then I'm like, okay, like the thrashy parts, just like that, were kind of cool. Um, it's more so for like I said, it's really not mainly my thing. It's cool, but it's like it's definitely for the fan base. If you like, the war metal shit, the more boss at odds, the revenges and shit like that. Not that I don't love that stuff or hate. I don't love it. It's not that I hate the stuff. I just think to me, it's just a lot of it blurs together. I can't really tell a whole hell of a lot of it goddamn apart. It's it sounds cool, but I only kind of needed like one release by each band. You know what I mean? Like Morbosodon, the self-titled is pretty much, I got that. I'm good. Um, Revenge, I kind of like. It's like all you needed was the goddamn Conqueror's fucking first 12-inch EP. And I was like, it's all the same shit after that. So that's kind of like was my stance on it. So that wasn't my huge forte or subgenres. There's a few war metal bands here and there that I like. I mean, like that band Front, I guess would be considered war metal, right? Or at least for that fan base for sure would appreciate them. I thought that I only listened to the first record. I haven't heard the second album. I think Iron Bonehead put it out. I did like that. I picked that up. Um, the name's stupid as fuck. I'm assuming it means like front of the line for war and shit. That's my guess. Um, so I like them. Abysmal Lord on Hell's Headbangers. I do like them. I know they'd be, that black and beastal / war metal style, but what I really liked about them is I loved how the vocals sounded, and you could kind of like songs like Sabat and shit like that. You could understand what he's saying, so it just came off even sicker. And I was able to differentiate most of the songs. I mean, some of it did blur a little bit together, but most of it I could differentiate from just one or two listens. Because if another person came up to like, yeah, you like Abysmal Lord, check out my band. It sounds just like them. There's a very good chance I'm like, I don't really care. So yeah, Sturm Tiger. I think that it's a band for any of you guys that like any of the beastly stuff, war metal shit. If that's your forte, Sturm Tiger from Denmark is who you should definitely be checking out. Um, yeah, at the end of the day, it's pretty good. But again, is it something I'm going to be throwing on the player regularly, or spinning, or run out and buying a fucking Die Hard LP of? No, but I definitely think that there's a lot of guys that watch this channel and a lot of people that are fans of Hell's Headbangers. That's their goddamn bread and butter, stuff like that, and Blasphemogger, and all those kind of bands. So that's pretty much what the fuck I goddamn think of it. Anyways, next goddamn round of questions. Just a few printed off, and I think this should knock out this goddamn video, but I should be able to finish these hopefully. Brutalizer, hey, hi J Dog. Evolves is one of my favorite death metal bands, especially their Stab Wound Orgasm album. That's hilarious you say that. Just wondering if you've ever checked them out and your thoughts on them, and if you had. Well, first off, you asking me if I checked them out definitely means you haven't watched all my vids, brah. Or if you did, you've been watching them with goddamn fucking earplugs. Because I mentioned Evolves, not a million times or nothing, but I mentioned them, and I like Evolves quite a bit. That's the shit that is up my alley. And it's funny you bring up Stab Wound Orgasm. That's actually my favorite record by them. Now, a lot of the old devil, the old gore hounds, they're gonna be like, what the fuck? They're gonna like Carnivoracity or Eminence and Putrescence, the best, the early shit, and those are great. But Stab Wound Orgasm, the reason it's my favorite is number one, it's the first one I fucking heard, and I think I was 15 when I bought that. And what I liked about it was like the way I describe that record is like melodic gore grind. And think about it, like you could kind of tell, like, I don't want to say carcass heart work, but really, really melodic, right? And parts and the guitar, it's just guitar work for sure. There's tons of really super melodic fucking leads. Honestly, for that, like, and mixing with the really gory shit, gore lyrics, gore fucking vocals, who who did that before that album? And honestly, I'm sure there's shit I've just never even fucking heard. Probably something from this year or something, because everything's been done 10 million times. But really, who else fucking sounds like that? That one to me was original. Now I remember a lot of the other guys, the old school fans. Oh, that's the fucking shit record, the Wimp record. You know what I mean? I was like, I think it's great. I was like, because again, who literally has that does that? I cannot think of anybody. Somebody put it in the goddamn comments. And what's cool about Evolves too is pretty much everything's good. I can't say that I know everything top to bottom, but I own most of it. Even the later albums. There's the Zombie Ritual. What's the one right after that? That was really good. I own. I wouldn't say I'm missing a thing or two, but I definitely own majority of the catalog. Pretty sure I've heard everything. If I haven't heard everything, I maybe one or two things, tops two. Um, it's all pretty goddamn good, which is always kind of surprising. I remember when they put out a new album, this has got to fucking suck by now. You know what I mean? I'm going for 30 years. I put it on. I'm like, it's pretty goddamn good. I was like, I gotta say, yeah, I'm definitely thoroughly entertained. And as a matter of fact, Evolved is one of the main bands that I'm looking forward to seeing at Maryland Death Fest. And I'm hoping, probably won't happen, to interview Dave Rotten. Now, I don't know what his English is like, and the sheer irony of that is I know from what I've heard, Dave Rotten and Louismo of Hemorrhage don't like each other. Don't know why, but that's just what I've heard. I mean, so it's just funny that both are playing there and both are. Yeah, probably. Honestly, it's probably Hemorrhage number one. Then a toss up between Dismember and Evolves, because I've seen Dismember before at least, but I've never seen Evolves. Those are probably the three main bands at MDF that I want to see. There's other bands I want to see, but most of them I'm not that too excited about because I've seen them already. There's a few. Carpathian the Enforced, I think, is playing. That'd be cool to see. Just hope they don't play any fucking stinkers. But Evolves is one of them. Just it's the irony of the two guys don't like each other. I don't know if they're cool now. I heard they did. I don't know. Who the fuck knows? But I want to interview both too. So we'll see. So yeah, I'm definitely an Evolves fan to answer your goddamn question. Snake Plissken, question. Snake Plissken, that's the goddamn name of my fucking one-eyed cat. In case you didn't fucking know that, showed him on camera a couple times. Maybe I'll show him again if you guys want to see him. Put in the goddamn comments if you want to see Snake again. Question: if Danzig wanted you to train him, would you? Yeah. I mean, I would. I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, I would. Shit, yeah. Why would I say no to the? Yeah. I would train him for free. Yinzer Chuck, J Dog, you talked about some of your favorite death metal demos. What are some of your favorite thrash metal demos? Slaughterlord for sure. Toxic Holocaust, Critical Mass demo. Sacrifice demos. You know what's funny too? If you can find it, it's an old bootleg CD for it's over 20 years ago. It's probably 20 years. Yeah, I'd say 20 years old now. It's called Put Her on the Altar, and it's got the demos for each album. You know, the first album, the demo for For Determination, and the demo for Soldiers of Misfortune. For Determination and Soldiers of Misfortune, I like those albums. Nowhere near as good as Torment Fire. Not even close to my goddamn book. But the sheer irony is, of the weirdness, is that I love the demos for both releases. It's literally the best songs from the album, and they sound better. Just the rawness. So if you could get that goddamn disc, highly, highly recommend that because it's literally the demo for each goddamn album. A lot of people, which would make sense, you just think, oh, they have one demo before Torment and Fire, right? Because a lot of bands just do a demo, then they do albums, right? Sacrifice did a demo for each album. And it is fan-fucking-tastic. So those are definitely some of my favorite fucking thrash demos. Gotta say, I mean, I gotta fucking say it. The goddamn Metallica demo. Yeah, well, actually, my fucking personal copy's still sitting there. Yeah, it is. I showed it on the camera. I got a No Life to Leather demo. It's the copy I showed on camera. Oh, that's my personal. I just haven't taken it home yet. I let the pile build up because let my pile build up and I box it up and take it home because goddamn, it's got to be on a day that I don't go to the gym right after the fucking warehouse. It's hot as fuck out. I don't want the shit melting in my goddamn car. So I let a pile build up, then I box it up, and take it on a day home on the gym. That's why it's still here. In case you happen to give a goddamn fuck. But yeah, I got to say that demo, as much as I don't want to say it, but got to give credit where credit is due. Without a doubt, from Australia, goddamn Incubus Spectral Birth, the demos. They started off as a band called Incubus. They did the Sinful Dreams 1987 demo, and then they changed their name to Spectral Birth, and they did the demo, what the fuck's it called? It's got Turbulence on there, and I forget the name of it. But anyways, it came out as a split LP by, what's his face, KK Warslut. Is Black Ace Records. He did an official LP a long time ago now, well over 15 years ago. Fantastic release. Highly recommend getting that. Simple Dreams demo, the Incubus and Simple Dream demos on side A, Spectral Birth demo on side B. And then Spectral Birth also did a fucking another demo called Raise in 1990. Fantastic as well. My fucking stupid ass missed out on picking the LP and Hell's Got 'Em In. Because I didn't recognize the logo. I thought it looked like some hardcore band with the same name. Didn't realize it's the same goddamn Spectral Birth. Nonetheless, it's on my list to go Discogs or something. Everybody's got that Spectral Birth Raise LP and you want to get rid of it. I don't want a turd copy. No cum stains, no fucking banged up corners, no goddamn split seams, and no fucking stupidity. Crisp copy, goddamn it. If you got one, the dog's looking for that. But again, I'm sure I could easily get it on Discogs and whatnot. But I have just the audio on a CDR. Because I didn't know what the actual thing looked like. So those demos for sure, and that's also from Australia. Hobbs Angel of Death demos. And I like the Hobbs demos more than the fucking album. Not to be that guy, but again, I heard the demos first. And again, it was from Black Ace Records. First thing I heard by Hobbs Angel of Death was the two demos. Black Ace Records, KK Warslut, put out an LP of it. Um, and I got that before the album, and I fucking loved it. I was like, this is like sounds like Hella Waits from Australia. Um, those for Thrash. For Thrash, let's go with those. I mean, there's definitely others, but I mean, that's who pops right in my off the top of my head. I'm sure once I sign up, I'm like, oh fuck, I got this, and that. There's other ones I love, but as far as top ones, that's who shoots right in my head. That you don't know them, you haven't heard them, and you goddamn best fucking check them out. Those are fucking mandatory. See, that's when people ask me like, dude, Jado, do you like fucking the Megadeth Rust in Peace? I'm just kind of like, it's fucking lame compared to that shit. Like Hobbs demo, fucking Rust in Peace. Sinful Dreams, Rest in Peace. I'm like, get this fucking rusting crap out of here. Like I don't. That's Quakers, brah. That was always my mentality. Not to be that Cavalt guy, but that's just how I always looked at it. I'm just like, why do I even need this? Yeah, it's fine. You put it on. Oh, fucking, Mustaine's such a great guitar player. Whatever, dude. Didn't move me like the fucking Sacrifice demos. Slaughter Lord sends fucking. My goddamn opinion, those Slaughter Lord demos sent everything Megadeth did home on a fucking stretcher. And I know fucking 10 million fucking people not the 10 million people even see all my videos combined, they're all going to disagree. Like, this guy's the biggest fucking idiot in the world. That's fine. I'm just telling you what I would fucking prefer to listen to him. And hey, I look at the end of the day, I do like the first two goddamn Megadeth albums. And I damn sure like Megadeth more than King Folly does, because that guy trashes Megadeth more than anybody I've ever fucking met. So take that for what it's worth. Comes what you should, the video. Get in the morning later, goddamn it.